Is there a person in your life that you miss the most? That you not necessarily passed on, but like don't see anymore? Gosh,
Oh wow.
I'm gonna sound cold hearted, but I don't really.
Hey.
My dad, only because really, I think initially you say to yourself, how am I going to figure this out when you lose a parent? But
Wow, yeah.
when you gain the confidence and then you start, moving on, and the cavalry ain't coming, and you've sorted yourself out, and you've done what you needed to do. What I miss is that he doesn't get to see like how we live now. Just like you said, like experience moments that you want to be part of is the ones that your kids
Yeah.
they achieve, and you want to be there to see that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That would be the only thing, like you and not being able to see, especially like my son, and then now we're having our second. Like that would have been so ideal, and that will goes part and parcel with not having grandchildren. And then like my dad wasn't able to see his grandchildren.
His grandchildren. Yeah.
It's a nice platitude to say, oh, he's watching from above, but he's not. So it's like I just do away with that stuff now. Like it's not true. Just like,
it
didn't work out that way,
it's comforting to hear at a certain time in a certain space, but like you said, it's just comes a time where you've got to decide what you're going to believe about it, right? It's like, well, believing that he's looking down, just waiting for me to mess up or whatever, isn't serving. Isn't really serving me. It doesn't help me move forward, and I'm holding them in one place, kind of thing. It doesn't really.
It's just for the person who wants to believe it, really. So.
Yeah, exactly. Who can't
believe that?
Let go yet.
Yeah, right.
And it's like, well, they're always there. Yes, in a sense, they're with you, and they're a part of you through feeling, because you can feel them. You feel the presence, but it's not like waiting.
It's thought. It's your own thought, though. Like it's not.
It's your own
separate than your thoughts. So
that's right. That's right. That's right. And the thoughts lead to destiny.
So, is there anyone that you would want to
read with? Oh my god! I think I'm like you, where I'm kind of like, really? And now that I'm saying it out loud, it does sound like, oh,
you sound cold-hearted.
You cold-hearted motherfucker. Ain't nobody. It's like, well, no, I don't.
What's something that you miss from your childhood? Even a show, like like a toy, or like something you used to do frequently that you can't do any longer. Like, I'm trying to think.
Honestly, and again, this is going to sound corny, but it is play. It is playing. Because when I find I'm playing with my daughters, it's like time just you lose track of that, and it's like having fun. And it's like watching them laugh and smile, and like that feeling. And there are times where I remember being a kid and having that feeling, playing with my parents, and it's like, yeah, I miss that. Like we don't play like that anymore, right? So it's for me, it would be it's play. Like, whew, so much fun.
We're lucky we get to do it multiple times in our lives. Like, so you'll never realize it. You're not really conscious or fully there. You haven't formulated memory, I guess, when you're a kid, because you're just in the moment and experiencing that.
Exactly.
And then they say that the love of grandparents to their children is very unparalleled too. It's a different level.
Seeing my parents, especially now that having to step up and be there a lot more. Obviously, the kids are there a lot more, and to watch that connection is really beautiful. It's really interesting. Like, wow, it's you can see the joy in them. You can see the pride in them, and it's really nice.
It's such a cool dynamic, because it's funny though when I hear friends whose parents don't care for the grandkids, or not like
I was like,
not wanting to be with them not, like as much as possible. I'm like, you're retired, like, and you're not working. Like, your hobbies don't take up all your day. Why wouldn't you want to be with young people to keep you young?
to keep you, that keeps you young. It really does.
Like,
It forces you to keep young.
dude, that much, I'd be like, let me come over. Like,
Is everything okay?
yeah, I want to help these kids. Like, and then I know grandparents that like will take their grandkids to practice and pick them up from school. And you know what?
They're
Now
very
I
involved,
think
yeah.
about it, I get it. Like, it's a helping hand, but it helps them too.
Oh, absolutely. That relationship that's being established over something that the kid is enjoying or something that the kid is, in training for, that their grandparent becomes part of that. You know what I mean? It becomes part of that memory. So that kid is looking back, maybe doing a cookie jar method and going, you know what? I had people that were supportive of me. I remember my grandparents showing up at the field, 7 in the morning or, late after school. I remember how that felt when somebody was there for me. That is amazing feeling that I'm going to give to the next generation, my kids, and, to make
Right.
sure that they have that.
And I mean, that's the environment I grew up in. So, my mom and dad always came to my games, took me everywhere,
Oh,
and
that is
family
amazing.
thing, right? Like, so
Amazing.
easy for me to want to do the same thing with my kid.
Yeah.
I already think like I'm gonna end up coaching him in whatever it is.
Yeah, yeah. Coach.
I grew up with a lot of pressure from my dad, like to do well, because he's like, if I'm gonna invest this time, you better put some points on the board. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to see you on that bench. You better not be on that bench.
Yeah, you go hard.
And don't feel like it today. I don't want to.
You don't want to study. You want to. You don't want it bad enough. I'm like, oh god, okay, I'm great too.
Okay.
Practice my
Very good. Right.
jump shot.
Thing is, my dad was like, he was so supportive.
Yeah,
But I was bad. I was not. Like, my brother was so much better at sports. I think and he coached my little sister. When he showed up for my games, he was kind of like, "Yeah, you shouldn't really sit in the field like that." I was like, "Well, the ball wasn't coming to me, Dad. I was bored. Be ready. Always be ready."
oh.
I may have wasted some of his time now. It was baseball. I was like, yeah.
Like, come on.
Oh, hilarious.
That's so funny. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, I guess because that's what I grew up with. It's easy, yes, for me to buy into, like, extracurricular. That's just how it is. My weekends, if it's taking you where I gotta go, then so be it. I accept that. But I'm not so much to put the pressure on the kids to excel. Like, I would have expectations, like work hard and do your best, obviously, and take it seriously. But I don't want you hear hockey dads and oh, gee,
Yeah. Well, do you think
try to
it's
look through your kid. Like, come on, like
exactly? I see that. I'm like,
they want it more than the
ugh.
kid. The kid doesn't even really, they can't even conceptualize that yet. So
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, I have a girl, so I'm like, I always think, how, not to push them. Like, obviously, I'm not going to push them to anything that they want to do. I'm like,
right,
how is it that I'm going to support? I'm like, I have to go for you got to have fun. Like, yeah, you can kick ass, but you got to, like, just have fun, too, because you got to enjoy this. Because if you're not enjoying it and I got to take your ass early in the morning,
yeah. What's
nuh-uh. I ain't going to ride in the car with you.
oh, it's so awesome. He's like, I told my kids, if they don't like it, fine, tell me, we won't go. I was like, okay, that's cool too. But then there is a little bit of, let's say the kid doesn't like it, but you're committed. Like you got to
Yeah,
finish
then it's like,
every
yeah,
week.
you got to
You know, like
finish. Yeah, you got to finish the thing.
that's the
Got to
whole
show
point.
up and
Yeah,
finish.
because that's the character building now.
Exactly.
Put
Exactly.
Tristan in soccer, and he was 2 years old, and I'm like, it was just enough structure, but he just wasn't interested in that. And I know some parents, like, as a guy, especially, I see guys that I'm like, because when you're always on the athletics, you just see how guys are competitive in that sense. But you have to be realistic about your competitiveness too. It's like I see how a dad would be upset if their 2 year old kid was not kicking the ball in the net or
Yeah.
getting goals.
Yeah.
Like, they don't even play, dude. Like, so just
Yeah. Exactly.
not Ronaldo. He's not Cristiano Ronaldo. He's not Messi. Hold on that
Exactly.
World Cup. We are in Canada. You know, like,
That's right. They just get some exercise right now.
like
Or
know
just
your
kick the ball, learning skill.
yeah.
Yes. Yes, got to see some interesting parents when we took Kenza to soccer. We were doing soccer, and it was just kind of like, okay, I can tell that you guys do some extra practicing. Like you, after this, this ain't it for you. There's more. There's more for you. Sorry, kid.
Yeah,
This
I
is your
get it
life.
at an older age, and so I guess my point was, we'll expose him. He'll like what he
Yeah,
likes, and he'll tell
yeah,
us what he likes. But and if he wants something, I'll support it.
yes,
And my parents supported me, but I want to support him in the way that, like, okay, let me give you the extra resources to excel, so that I can teach
yeah,
you how to. That there are other things that you can do to complement, like you're saying, extra practice or whatever. If that's the case and that's what he wants, I would support that.
yes,
Um,
exactly.
and in some ways, I wish I had that different techniques and extra training, but I mean, it worked out for the best, right? Like it works out the way it works out.
Exactly. And
So
it's accepting, you know what, that it did work out for the, and actually knowing that, you know what, given the resources that our parents had,
yeah,
it
give
worked out for the
they
best.
give. Yeah, exactly.
Because look at us, the concern is for that next generation. Concern is for them doing better than how we did, and that was the same concerns that our parents had. Sure, they resources were smaller, limited, weren't as diverse. It was a different time then, but what they had produced the result that we are now living, which is awesome. Which allows us to recognize, hey, this is what they did for us. We're paying it for. We're doing that same thing, but we're doing it better.
Hmm. Absolutely. A lot of introspective thoughts here into family and future and everything. Like,
Yeah,
stimulates the, yeah, it's just everything, like create
yeah,
mind and like